Mangroves are trees. They occur widely in coastal areas throughout the tropics. Growing and living in salt water, they have evolved a variety of elaborate root structures which enable them to trap mud and silt. By means of this continuing process, mangroves anchor themselves and begin to build up the soil. Mangroves, found worldwide within the tropical zone and beyond, common as far north as Florida, as far south as Queensland, Australia. Several distantly related families of flowering plants have evolved species of mangroves. Red mangroves, Rhizophora, at the water's edge. Black mangroves, Abyssinia, just inland of the red, overhanging. The red, growing only in salt water, the pioneer mangrove species, trapping silt and debris in its prop roots. The black, easily identified by its series of finger-like aerial roots. Roots connected to the trunk in a subterranean network. The white, Laguncularia, oval-shaped leaves and multiple trunks. The button, Conocarpus, forest maker of the coast. Four distinct species, each occupying a different position in the structure of the mangrove community. A community of trees that invades the sea by building up the soil. Rhizophora on the shoreline. Avicennia with breathing tube, pneumatophore roots. Laguncularia, a mangrove with optimum growth in brackish water swamps. Where coastal salt marshes end and grasslands begin, mangrove communities cease. While retaining most characteristics of the flowers and fruits of their different plant families, each species of mangroves has independently evolved some degree of vivipary. The seed germinates while it is still in the fruit and attached to the parent tree. The development of a hard outer coat and the ability to stay afloat for long periods of time help to explain the worldwide distribution of mangroves. Rhizophora. Avicennia. The shoe button-like Conocarpus. Floating away from the salt marshes and silt-filled rivers of the mainland, carried by currents, the young mangrove seedlings can make long oceanic journeys. "600 miles off the coast of Ecuador, waves wash up on the lava shores of the Galapagos Islands. Islands inhabited by plants and animals that have diverged from their mainland counterparts. Galapagos mangroves are the same as those on the mainland, except the structure of the mangrove community is reversed. Avicennia on the shoreline, Rhizophora inland. The Rhizophora still act as the pioneer mangrove species, but the Galapagos lack silt-laden rivers, quiet bays, and inland waterways, the carriers of resources with which mangroves build up the soil. In the Galapagos, the Rhizophora invade the tide pools in the broken lava, capturing sand and silt and depositing soil for its followers, the Avicennia and the Laguncularia. Coastal regions of the islands find Avicennia with their roots totally exposed by the perpetual pounding of the surf. Just inland, the Rhizophora with their prop and stilt roots exposed at low tide. low tide, high tide. On the mainland, the growth of mangrove supports the land by invading the sea. On the lava shores of the Galapagos, mangroves join the wave action of the ocean and invade the desert shores inhabited by shrubs and cacti. On these desert shores, only the mangroves provide substantial shelter for the strange and varied Galapagos animal life. They are utilized by a multitude of Galapagos animals, principally for shade. Mangroves provide the greatest structural mass of any trees in the coastal regions of the Galapagos and are used as nesting sites by a variety of birds. The only bird whose habitat is restricted to this community is the mangrove finch. On the mainland, mangroves build up the soil by invading the sea. In the Galapagos, mangroves join the wave action of the sea and begin building soil on a desert shore.